Not expecting that. Powerboat. First one I've seen. I guess you got a playground in between the dams. So, away from the city setting, but still pretty much still water. Miles and miles and miles of shoulder work with miles and miles to go. But I guess it's the same with any river. I mean, you've got the section on the Tusk that runs right by along Route 21. You've got this section of the Muskegum where there's just houses right at water's edge, like you're in a fishbowl for miles and miles. So, you gotta take the good with the bad. But at least this might be, well, no, I'm sure it's not, but it's nice to have not dragged anywhere for this whole route. Sun is directly overhead now, and there's no shade to be had. Doing a lot of hat dunking to cool off. Huh. There's something up here on the left. Don't know what it is. Almost looks like people in kayaks. Maybe not. I don't know. I won't know until I get closer. Interesting. Bunch of John boats, actually, with engines on them. Must be like a rental place. You rent boats and go fishing, I guess. Interesting. Yep, sure enough, that's what it looked like. So, stopped here at mile marker 73.8. I think I'm taking out at mile marker 71.8, which is a dam a couple miles down. Angie's about 2.5 hours away, so I got plenty of time to make some lunch and then get down there, wait for her. I'll probably get my onion bag out of my kayak just to pick up a bunch of junk laying around here. I mean, who does this? It always seems to be beer cans too. Makes me wonder. Beer cans, beer bottles. I don't know. But I guess there isn't a whole lot of park security. You know, the rangers, they're spread so thin. Probably not to be allowed down here after dark, but I mean, who's doing rounds at 10:30 at night, right? So, a bunch of trash, broken glass. Cleaned up through the still warm wood into the water, just so it doesn't throw a spark anywhere else. But it's just crazy. I mean, there's a trash can right there. So rested and refreshed. Nice lunch of beef stroganoff. A little time in the shade, and only a couple miles to go. And that's probably a good thing, because it looks like more of that corridor syndrome type of a river setting. But who knows what's around the next bend? That's what I always tell myself. Gotta stay optimistic. Well, yesterday was absolutely gorgeous. I mean, beautiful flow, beautiful scenery, big miles. Today, after that Lowhead Dam that was after Taylorsville, that huge dam, and I don't know what mile it was, but after everything opened up, I mean, the only reason I could see to do all this paddling through these sections I've done today is if you're trying to connect Lake Erie to the Ohio River on the western part of the state. I actually considered jumping over to the Little Miami for a second portage, but I didn't want to get too complicated. So I will remain optimistic on what might be ahead and go from there. But as you can see, I don't think you'd want to be right here. At least on the paddle. The bike paths, the hiking paths, by the river, that's awesome. But to each their own. That's the dam ahead. There's the stop sign that says take out. There's a dam. But I'm not sure if there's a takeout up beyond this one, or if you're supposed to roll your kayak all the way past. But who knows, maybe the dam is right here by this piece of concrete. I will get up here. You know what? Yeah, I think it is. So I think that'd be a pretty easy back in. I think they've got the takeout pretty close to the dam itself. .9 miles. Man, something's off with this mileage with the Miami Water Trail map in my tracking app. And I very much trust my tracking app. Yeah, so that concrete up there by those vehicles, that's the edge of the dam. The water has absolutely no flow. So I'm just hugging this left side, creeping along, and then I'll pull out up here by the parking lot. Definitely never get this close if the water had any flow to it. Last thing on earth you want to do is go over a Lowhead Dam. And this is the end of today's adventure. So weird they'd have this set up like this, right there at the edge of a Lowhead Dam. But it does make for a convenient takeout. If you hit it. If you don't, you're in a world of hurt. So, today's recap. Started at 7:30, finished around 3:30, so 8 hours on the water, 25.1 miles. Distance, the average speed was 3.2, and the max speed was 48.4, and I'm pretty sure that's when Jeremiah was driving me over the to the other side of the dam. So I'm finishing up at this killing machine right here, and I will put right in on the other side of this, right down there, when I come back to possibly do the very last leg. And I am going to be optimistic and hope that it improves. It looks a little better down there, back to a river setting anyways. I can only hope, because I have had my fill of this reservoir setting.